All right, we're live. I always get yelled at that I don't keep these up here, so I will keep these up here. So I'll do a little introduction here. Back in North Carolina, do a quick little Q&A with the cow. I'm in my garage. I'm kind of cold. It's pretty chilly down here. Not as bad as Pennsylvania, but still cold down here. In other news, Cowmaro merchandise will be 25% off with access code BF25. You can get them 25% off like that. So if you guys want that stuff, pick it up now. It goes until Wednesday. It's kind of like your Cyber Monday sale, I guess you can call it. So you got till now, until Monday. The link's in the description of all my videos. All the Cowmaro stuff, 25% off. I say all of it. I only have one shirt right now. So yes, all of it is 25% off. All right, let's do some questions, Q&A right now. You guys can't tell I'm wearing a nice gray jumpsuit. Other than that, we're doing good here. So let's see. Questions. Hit me with them. If you want to know anything about the cow, anything about me, I will answer some questions. I'll probably sit in here for about 10 minutes or so. And after that, I'm going to go to bed. Where do you live in North Carolina? I am in the Garner, Andrew, Raleigh area. So, what made you come up with the name Cow? Names of cars are not chosen, they are given. So someone gave the car the name, the Cowmaro. Are you my dad? I don't think so. Want to get wrecked by a Civic? Sure, hit me up. I haven't had a good grudge race in a while. I haven't had a good race, God, since I raced Tony's car, way back in the summer. I haven't had a real good race. Cow versus Leroy. Yes, I'd love it. Hello, Taylor. What are you going to do with the truck? The build series on the truck will be getting revealed this week. I'm going to have some videos coming out. I have a video coming out tomorrow. My sister doing a burnout in my trucker. She tries to do a burnout in the truck. You guys will have to see that video to kind of understand what goes on. And then we head up to Valley Chevrolet. But that's tomorrow's video. You guys can check that tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So don't sleep on that video. Let's see here. But yeah, you'll see stuff later on the truck later this week. In the following weeks, we're really going to knock that out before the Christmas holiday comes around. Hopefully get, I'd say, 40% done with the truck build by then. I also need a name for the truck, so if you guys have good names. How much do you deadlift? I don't deadlift, but I can lift like a piece of pizza into my mouth very, very efficiently. Let's see here. Where can I get official John Dog PGA gear at? I'm getting business cards. What's your thought on Greg's truck? Are you nervous? Listen. Do I seem nervous about Greg's truck? I mean, listen, when you got to put fiberglass bedsides just to compete with a street car, I ain't even worried. I ain't even worried. What's the horsepower in the Cowmaro? Turned up on the dyno, it made like a 1100. Does it really make that going down track? No, I'm pretty conservative on that. The most it ever makes going down track's about probably 900, 950-ish. We've had it turned up, it spikes, boost a little bit. We're starting to get it figured out. I got to do a couple more things. I have a little exhaust leak in the turbo flange. Got to get that taken care of. Have to heat wrap a lot more stuff under there. We got ceramic coat, didn't quite do the job, so I have to heat wrap a lot of things to really bring those intake air temps down. That's really costing us a lot of time and ET. In mile an hour, sorry. Put a 116 millimeter turbo on the Duramax. If you pay for it, I'll do it. What RPMs do you launch? I set my two-step in between 36 will be the lowest and 42 will be the highest, depending on track conditions and how the car is doing, what boost settings I'm at. If I can run more boost on the gate at a lower RPM and kind of get a run at the converter, I don't mind doing that. Did your Rhodes cage actually come not notched, different thinness, or are you just bullshit? No, I'm 100% serious. If you go back in the build series, you'll see that there was only 2 notches. It only had 2 notches, and they weren't correct. The Rhodes cage only had 2 notches on it. It fit like shit. If you go back, you'll see where the A-pillar bars came up. They came up, and then they kind of came in at a very severe angle, and the bend is actually too much. It's not structurally sound. So I would say to anyone out there, if you're looking at a Rhodes cage for a Camaro, don't get it. I guess I am knocking them as a company because I've had the cage installed and the cage was kind of shitty. The install on the cage was like spectacular. Jeff knocked it out of the park. The actual cage itself and the design behind it, I mean, it's any run-of-the-mill generic, pre-bent cage. They say it's for a Camaro, but I mean, dude, it sucked. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I don't really. I see some people get hung up that I don't show times, but I mean, really, times are irrelevant. I don't do like a lot of I don't like run out there for. I could care less about what time I run, to be honest with you. You know, when I first did it on the old setup with a different converter and making different boost levels, the car went out there and it set the stock cubic inch world record, and I was all pumped up about that. But I really have no desire just to keep running solo times. I like doing heads up racing, no time stuff. I mean, that's fun. It's all about getting to the finish line first and treating the man. So they can update. So instead of contacting Rhodes, what I did was, because they were an issue to get in contact with, I went Bob Coker. Bob Coker designed a one-off cage for this. I say one-off. He does it in a 3D machine, so he builds it 3D, so he knows every weight. I think the total weight of that cage right there in Chroma is like 78 pounds. And he has it pre-bent, so if you were to order this cage through Bob Coker, it comes pre-notched 100% perfect. I mean, there might be minor adjustments on a couple of the kickers because they're not going to another bar, but all of the bars that connect to a bar, the notch is perfect. He pre-bends it, notches it to a through a mill, and it's pretty stout setup. I mean, this cage fits so tight you can't even put paper in between the headliner and the cage itself. So yeah, that's my spiel on the cage. I guess I never really went over that, but yeah, there were issues with the fitment of it, and the wall thickness was the major issue, and a couple of the bends were there's too stretched out. Let's see. Thoughts on Nick's situation with Andy? See, I really try not to get involved with that stuff because, I mean, my opinion really doesn't matter. I could say he's wrong, or I could say he's wrong. It really doesn't change any of it. We run nitrous at our shop a lot. Some people run nitrous for years. Some people run it for one pull, and that's it. You know, nitrous is nitrous, just like anything else. Mistakes can happen. I mean, that's where I'm going to leave it. It's really not my place to say anything. Everyone gives nitrous a bad rap. I think nitrous cars are cool. I've seen a lot of blower nitrous cars go fast, and that's kind of it, you know. Does your car have stock controls? It has pistons and rods on stock crank right now. It's on an RPM custom grind camshaft, and other than that, it's a stock LS3, stock heads, stock crank, stock block, stock intake manifold, stock throttle body. Everyone's like, ooh, throttle body. Stock throttle body, yep, it's got it. Do you think Greg has... See, now the race with Greg A, I'm really excited about, because then after I'm going to unhook my Duramax. Hopefully the build is complete on the Duramax by then. Nothing crazy. We're going to race tow rig for tow rig. But the actual race with myself and Greg, I think it's going to be fun. His truck is going... Obviously, he's at disadvantage with weight, but from the motor specs he was kind of letting me hear a little bit, it's going to be badass. I mean, either way, this isn't like... You know, Greg and I have become friends over the past couple months, and he's a really cool dude. Probably one of my favorite YouTubers out there, just because he's like, what you see on camera is what you get, and that's how I try to be. And his truck's gonna be cool. I mean, either way you look at it, when it's got fiberglass, bed sides, and all that's gonna be fun. His is at disadvantage because heavy might make a little bit more power. My car is gonna be a little bit more run through. Hopefully it's faster by then. We get some things worked out. But I hope that the race between myself and Greg is a fun, good race, and we can kind of make an event out of it. I was thinking about today, I'd like to make an event where everyone kind of go to the track, maybe get a couple other races, but kind of have like the premier race between the cow and the teat, as I like to call it. So everyone go over there and comment on Greg's videos. I really need your help. I need you guys to comment on Greg's latest video and say the teat is going to lose to the cow. Some might say it's inappropriate. I think it's kind of funny, personally. Will you be at Texas 2K? I will not be at Texas 2K. I'll be here working. I would like to build a Civic. I think it'd be fun, like a turbo Civic or something stupid that makes way too much power for the street. Does the cow really make? Down track, I mean, it might only make 900 of the tire. The way it's pulling timing up top, it probably makes 700 when it goes through the traps. It's getting intake air temp is way too high. But I mean, turned up on the dyno, it made 1100. Any plans on... no, I'm not going to put heads on the cow. No, definitely not. When I had a 60/60 in the car, I ran a radial. Obviously, you want to run some sort of bias ply. Probably the setup that Cletus has got is pretty badass for a stick car. It works. It's proven. Any Mickey Thompson slick, if the car takes a 28, put a 28 10.5 on it and let it ride. Get on that two-step and let it read. What's your fastest run in the cow? No time is what it is. K1500 step sides. I'm not really like a truck guy. I was never really a truck guy until I got my Duramax, and then I always knew Duramax were sweet, and I wanted a diesel truck, so it was pretty awesome. Andrew's drawing was great. Yes, no, I do. I did see Andrew's drawing, and you know what? I will say the concept was great. The execution was below par at best. I expect more out of the Greg A. Paddock. From there, and I've been pretty easy on him so far. We're gonna turn it up here in the future. I got my hype man Wes. He's in there playing 2K, so he's not out here hyping anyone up yet. But we're coming for Greg, and he's gonna know. Do you work at RPM? Yes, I do work at RPM. Not in the back though. I'm up front. I do their marketing and online sales. So pretty much, if you guys need any parts, we can get you parts. So send me an email, and we'll be able to take care of. We pretty much have enough knowledge there to get anything you could think of. They do everything from nitrous cars, blower cars, turbo cars, custom builds. Right now in the shop we have a 69 Camaro. I think it's a 69. It's definitely a first gen Camaro. We have a subframe, a front end subframe going in there for it. Just got it painted, and it's getting an LS3, which is gonna be pretty awesome. We got some new ZL1s in there. New Corvette just got done. A new Cadillac just got done. A supercharged, lowered Silverado with a 6.2. I mean, we literally do everything you could think of there. So if you guys need anything, RPM Motorsports is definitely the place to check out, and we'll be able to take care of you. Will you trade the cow for a PS4? I'm an Xbox guy, so no, I will not. I should have taken the cow. Yes, I should have. Pro charge the cow. It already is a turbo. What's the next project? I don't know. See, I need someone to give me a card to be a project, because I can't decide, and the stuff I look at's way too much. I'm trying to convince Wes to get a car, and we can add that kind of to the channel, and have another series going on with that. He's looking at some turbo Civics, which is cool. So I think that that would be fun. You guys need to start commenting, Wes. Dude, you need to get a car. What's your budget for a project car? Right now, it's like zero. I have no budget. I have no plans on getting a project car. I'm gonna work on the truck, get that done. After that, see where it goes. The cow's at this point where we're gonna get it a little bit faster here. Gonna fine tune some things, and then it's kind of gonna be the cow. It's gonna be the end of the road for the cow. It's just gonna go out there and bust ass. It's good for what it does. For being a street car. It's about as fast as you want to go. I mean, anything faster than this, we're talking about weight reduction, different doors, Lexian windows, and that's really going to kill the streetcar-ness of it. So, I don't really see putting some stout built motor in it. If I did have a built motor that was going to make a ton of power, I'd probably want to put it in a better chassis, i.e. a Fox body. Fox body is pretty badass. Put a big motor in it, and let it ride. So I'm done with the IRS. I'm not saying I'm done with it, but if I get a stout motor, I want it to go on something with a straight axle, 4-link, or torque arm, something along those lines. Sell stickers. I don't really think there's too much demand for stickers. The cow stickers are pretty large, and I don't know how many people would be rocking them on their vehicles. Eagle Talon for a project. I probably would, yeah. I definitely would. All-wheel drive, that'd be pretty badass. I'd put 4 slicks on it and let it ride. Eagle Talon, 100%. I would, you know what? Truck Guy Joe. I know who you are, Truck Guy Joe. I don't forget. So that's pretty cool. See, that's never crossed my mind. I was thinking Civic. I was thinking Fox body, but Eagle Talon, that'd be badass. Definitely, 100%. Someone at Campbell University rocks the Cowmaro sticker. Yeah, that's my old roommate Curtis. I put it on his card. He hasn't taken it off. Yeah, he definitely does rock that Cowmaro. What kind of tires do you run on the cow? On the rears, I run 275 Radial Pro. They're Mickey Thompson. Up front, they are 28x6 Mickey Thompson Sportsmans on a 17-inch rim. So the rears are obviously 15s, fronts are 17s. Nice little modern street setup, so you still drive it around. I don't like the 15s on the front. There's too much sidewall, so 17s get it done. Race Leroy. Yes, I'd love to race Leroy. We already did it once, but now he's gotten much faster, and he runs a good time. But heads up racing is a little bit different than trying to get the fastest ET because no, it is not Race Proven Motorsports. It's RPM Motorsports down here in North Carolina. So rpmmotorsportsnc.com will take you to the website, and I'm normally working on that. If you send an email, I'll be the one to respond to that. F-body Trans Am instead of Fox bodies. I think Fox bodies are a little bit more desirable because they're lighter. I definitely wouldn't say no to any type of F-body 4th gen because they work. Torque Arm. Our shop is like the master of Torque Arms. They've had a bunch of 4th gen F-bodies that really work and go fast. So definitely in the right direction. RPM and Garner. Yes, that is RPM and Garner. Let's see here. Maybe a G-body. I would like a G-body, actually. They're also tough to come by. I want to do something simple. Either, a real stout motor with a turbo and, 400. Or, big cubes LS nitrous. Just let it eat, like a 500 shot or something stupid, throwing flames everywhere. But, obviously those are far-fetched out there. If YouTube takes off, though, you never know. This could happen shortly. So the more you guys subscribe, the more content you'll see and the crazier it gets. So we're at 31 right now, so I'm pretty happy. Like to get to 50 sometime soon and then really let it ride from there. Twin turbo or single turbo? I'm a single turbo guy, 100%. Single turbo, all day. That's like one single, that's all you need. Twins are cool, but a big single is where it's at. Hell yeah. Family Cruising. Is that the real Family Cruising? I hope it is. I didn't get to see him at the call out, and I was kind of bummed because we're both around like the same subs, and I do check him out quite a bit. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. I apologize I didn't get to see you at the call out. We'll have to meet up sometime soon again. Definitely. Again, I said again, we didn't meet up the first time. I apologize. Change the red stripes to black. I will not change the red stripes to black. They're actually orange because those are the original SS. When the SS first came out, those are the only colors you can get it. So that's kind of like the reason why. And now it's kind of, if I change the colors, no one would realize it was the cow. So the cow is it's gonna stay white and orange. It has the Cowmaro here in orange letters. So I made it work as best as I could, and I think the logo is badass. The logo is definitely badass. So dude. Is Chevy your fave? Yeah, I like Chevy. 100%. Obviously, I have two. I'm here to troll. Clearly, I see that. You're doing a fine job at it so far. S10. I swear I've seen that. You and Mrs. Mush need to race. Oh God, I'd hate to lose, but listen, I'm down to race anyone. I just like to race. I'm a heads up guy, so if it's heads up race, I'm down. I'm really within reason. I'm not gonna go. I get messages from like these straight up pro mods. They're like, hey, will you race me? And I'm like, dude, that's a waste of time. This is a street car. It's got full interior, factory dash, all the gauges, AC. It's got 4 seats because you could seat 2 in the back. Can you really seat 2 in the back? I'm not really sure. But they're there, so that's all that really matters is they're there. It's got full interior. It would have heated seats, but Kirky's heating up. I don't know if that would feel too good having an aluminum seat getting hot under you. But will you sell the cow? I don't think I will sell the cow. I don't think I will. You had a dream about my car. That's pretty funny, dude. That's pretty funny. What's your favorite muscle car? My favorite muscle car is probably, I don't know, like if it's done right, I do like G-bodies. I think they are pretty sweet. Like a 4-link G-body that sits really, really low is kind of like my dream. I'm all about drag racing stuff, if you couldn't tell. I just love a nice drag car. I think if you get something that looks super badass and not many people have, I just love it. What are your thoughts on Nick going twin turbos on the Z01? That's a good question because we do a lot of LT4 work at the shop. We have a couple different packages at everything that ranges from making 850 or 865 crank horsepower to making 700, which is just an intake and pulley and tune. Would I go turbos on that? I would not. I would say go Pro Charger first because it's proven power. Turboing that, there's really not a lot of room under there. I know from experience, turbo stuff gets really hot, and the wiring and room I have in this compared to an LT4, especially the engine bay of a new ZL1, there's no room in there. Especially doing twin turbos, yeah, you know, it might be less piping, but now you got 2 turbos, you got 2 of everything, so that's more room. I wouldn't want the headache, but I wish Nick all the luck in doing it. If he came to me and said, hey, what do I want to do? I want to make some power. I want to make it unique. I'd say, dude, put an LME intake on it and put an F1A Pro charger and be the baddest man around. Do direct and port injection, and there you go. No one's going to touch you. No one's going to be as cool as you. Things going to sound badass. It's going to run super fast. Turbos are cool. I am a turbo guy, but for that application, all the older stuff, yeah. New LT4 stuff, I mean, they make stupid power with the turbo on it, but you got to build the motor on anything boosted like that. I do recommend. Do you ever drift? No, I don't really, no. Would you race Leroy again? Yeah, I mean, I didn't race him because he was hurt the first time. I raced him. I was told to show up there and we were going to race. He was nice enough, you know, we'd go back and forth in Messenger, and he said we'll race, and he was having some issues. We did line up, and that was kind of it. Can RPM put an LS in your Volkswagen? Physically, we can. Would we want to? I mean, yeah, I'm sure we'd give it a shot. We steer away from certain LS swaps just because LS swaps take a lot more than what it looks like. You know, LS swaps they're pretty intense. I talk too much. This is Q&A. That's what I'm supposed to do. All right, sorry. You guys want me answering more questions? Y'all answer too quick. The next vlog with the cow. No, the next vlog is not with the cow. What gears are in the cow? It's got a 350 rear. It's a drive shaft shop 9-inch center section with axles and everything like that. You ever drive butt naked? No, I don't. Kirkies, you need as much padding as you can get. Will your next car project have power adder? Yeah, hell yeah. I'm all about boost. Boost is good. You're Gaylord. Thank you. Put some snow tires and have some fun. Now, the cow is, you know, down in North Carolina, the season doesn't really end, so you don't really know. Don't really know. It could not be done. Why not get a Mustang? I'd get a Fox body if everything. What are your thoughts on the Tesla Roadster? I think it is badass. Will it really run that number? I am not sure. I'm very interested to see if it will. If you had to choose between golf or drag racing, what would you choose? We'll see. Are you talking about just playing? Or, I mean, I do enjoy to play golf, but drag racing is pretty fun. You know, it's tough not to be fun. Drag racing might be more expensive. So, you know, that's where it's at. I like to do them both. Age, I'm 23. Will you cold start? The cow really doesn't have a cold start. It doesn't really have like a high idle or anything like that. You just start it up and that's kind of how it lives. A choice of 2 cool cars with crappy mods. God, what mods are crappy? Oh my God. Sorry, I apologize. Best 60 foot. God, it cut a really good 60 foot and then cut out right before the cone. It cut a 138, I think. And then it cut out and rolled through it. So we're hoping, you know, I'll tell my 60 foot times because they're really tough to judge being a turbo car. How fast does it run? But yeah, 135 is, I think, the best 60 foot. 135, 6 foot. You know, car weighs 3,900 pounds with me in it, so it's heavy. If you had to choose golf or drag racing, I can't answer that in case my mom's watching because she'll want me to say golf. I'm not gonna say I'm not saying golf. Why don't you tell your time? I like to no time race, so 170. Yeah, I wish at mile an hour that. After Greg A beats him, come on. Stance Z06 or lifted ZR1? I would take the Stance Z06 all day. I definitely would, yeah. And I would just beat the shit out of the lip until it wasn't there no more. What engine is your favorite? I think that I don't really have like a factory engine I think is my favorite. I like pretty much any 6-bolt head, like an RHS block, like a 440 cubic inch 6-bolt head. That's pretty badass. I go to Campbell. I used to go to Campbell. I live like right down the road from Campbell. Every once in a while, you might see the cow going through there. Let's see. What are you going to do if Greg A beats you? I don't think like that. Greg A's not going to beat me. Now, I need all you guys to go over there and comment on Greg A's channel that the teat is going to get drugged by the cow because, you know, he's never been, you know, he's seen when he gets half track, but he's never seen the cow, you know. I normally, my goal is when I pull up to the line, I'm going to cut your head off at the tree, and I normally do pretty good with that. Favorite supercar? No, listen, I wouldn't pick a McLaren. Favorite supercar has got to be, can a C6 ZR1 be a supercar? Because I feel like at its time it was a supercar, and I am absolutely in love with those cars. I think they're badass. If I had one, it would definitely have a TH400 in it, and I would drag race the shit out of it. But I think that would be my answer, you know, or like an old Lamborghini like Diablo, because that's kind of what I really liked. Who is Greg A? What does he drive? If you don't know who Greg A is, you need to get on YouTube. Greg A has probably the largest diesel following out there. He makes really good videos, really in-depth. There's a lot of tech stuff. He's got like 5 different diesel trucks, Dodge Cummins, of all different years, sizes, types. He's building a race truck, and I'm going to race him in the street car. Race truck versus street car. How unfair is that? I'm still going to win. I should build something also. The cow isn't enough. The cow will be fine. The cow will do just fine. Put a 572. I'm not going big block life in the cow. It's already heavy. C701. No. C6. C6. Yeah, C601 was a supercar, and that's probably like when you see one in person in the right color. See, I used to like white, but it's really not too much. I think it's that blue. I mean, they're pretty badass. I'd say they were ahead of their time. The whole supercharge. You know, it was before supercharging from the factory was really that cool. Although everyone's going to like, oh, the Cobra. Twin turbo second gen? No, dude, no second gen. Forge Internals 5.3 budget build in a rust bucket. See, no, I can't do that. I like my stuff looking nice. I'm not a big junkyard build kind of guy. I will say that everyone likes to have a junkyard build just because if they beat a nice car, they just say, oh, I beat you with my junkyard build, but that's really not what it's all about. Spoon engines. That comment was too long. The nickname was given to the cow because it was so heavy. You push it every once in a while, and you're like, holy shit, this thing's as heavy as a cow. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here. Last couple questions. Let's see what we got here. I'll try to read as many as I can. I read as slow as I talk. Actually, I feel like I'm talking kind of quick now, so I'll slow it down. The cow has Greg's milk. Hell yes, it does. Why 400 in the cow rather than a glide? I feel like it's too heavy. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think I make enough power for a power glide personally, and I street drive the car a lot, so I feel like a 400 is a bit more drivable. Teeth size, I don't know if there is a measurement, but I guess according to you guys, they're rather large. I never realized, no one's ever told me I had big teeth until I started doing YouTube videos, and then all of y'all have just been killing me lately. So your voices are heard. I am trying to get them to go, I'm trying to get them to shrink a little bit, but they're really, really not working. Favorite weapon? I guess just like a little pocket knife, maybe like a Kershaw pocket knife. That's really all you really need. Let's see. LP5 or L5P race. Let me get my truck deleted first, and then we'll talk about that, Joe. Listen, I know how fast those are. I don't need to be getting my ass drug anymore in that thing. That thing's taken a couple losses already. Favorite roadkill car? Oh God. Dude, you got some fire questions. Geez, favorite roadkill car? Dude, not a clue. I guess maybe like the Rotson with the turbo sticking out the hood, just because, I mean, how funny is that? I mean, that's just so ridiculous. That makes me want to do something like that. All right. Last couple comments here. I'll read 5 more, so hit me with your fire comments. Best like you can go deep, you can get no, just don't get personal. About the car. Will you ever come to Kentucky? No, that won't be one of the questions either, because that'd be a terrible question. 5.3 or 6.2? Duh, there's no replacement for displacement. 6.2 all day. LS3 is the way to go. Stubby Bob is pretty badass, but it seems a little bit too rowdy for me. Like, I mean, the Rotson you could like take out. Stubby Bob you can't. You can't go out in that thing. How'd you get the name the Cowmaro? It was given because it's heavy to push. Wheel stand ever? No, the cow stays planted. IRS life, dude, IRS life. Fiberglass front end, street car, all steel. Gotta stay that way. I mean, it's got plastic like front bumper and rear bumper, but that's factory. Small tire street car, cash days. I don't know. I always wonder if I like announced a meetup, if that would gain any attraction. So that's kind of where I am on that. See, I don't know if I'm large enough yet where I could say, hey, meet and greet here and do all that stuff. I don't feel like I am. So if you guys think I am and you guys are local in North Carolina in the area, let me know. Drop comments. Hey, you should have a meet and greet. And I mean, I'd love to have one. I think that's pretty cool. I look for excuses to take the car out. Right now it's dirty. It needs to be washed, and I take it out. Let's see. Longest burnout. Yeah, it's had some long ones. I mean, I had some long ones on the street. Probably the longest ones I did with the video with Kristen when I took her for a ride. Because I mean, I had some wheel speed and I had some mile an hour. Everything was going there. Race Leroy. Yes, yes. All right. On that note, that was 30 minutes. That seems like it went by way too quick. I'm going to head to bed. Like I said, actually, I'm going to finish uploading. I got a video uploading right now while I'm going live. What do I need to say to you guys? Oh, shirts. My shirts are on sale right now, 25% off through Black Friday, Cyber Monday with BF, capital B, capital F, 25 is the access code. I want to thank all you guys for checking in, and I had a good live feed. You know, this was fun. Time flies with the live feed. God, I feel like hopefully I didn't talk too much, or I can bore you guys. Hopefully I had some good responses to your questions there. Other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Now the awkwardness of me trying to end this, because I forget. Normally my phone dies. That's how unprepared I am. All right, we'll see you guys.